Shirk is the greatest sin that someone could commit with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the Quran mentions that such a person will have all of his good deeds wiped away. He will never be forgiven and his abode will be the hellfire. Unfortunately, many Muslims fall into shirk by making dua to saints and prophets who have died many hundreds or even thousands of years ago. They make dua to them just like they make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they give them supernatural powers of hearing and seeing, and they believe that these people can fulfill their needs and bring them benefit or remove harm from them. They give them many titles such as Ghaus al-Azam, which means the greatest helper. This is clear-cut shirk with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Dua is an act of worship. Like the Prophet ﷺ said in an authentic hadith, Ad-du'a huwa al-ibadah. Dua is ibadah. Dua is worship. And we can only direct our dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the owner of benefit and harm, and He is the only one that has infinite powers of hearing and seeing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Ma'idah, after talking about Isa alayhi salam in the previous ayahs, He says, قُلْ أَتَعْبُدُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ. Say, do you worship besides Allah مَا لَا يَمْلِكُ لَكُمْ, who does not possess for you ضَرَّ, harm, وَلَا نَفْعَ, and neither benefit. وَاللَّهُ هُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ, and Allah is the all-hearing, all-knowing. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking the Christians, why do you worship Isa alayhi salam, who doesn't possess any harm or benefit for you? So the question is, if Isa alayhi salam cannot bring us harm or benefit, then how can the saints who are lesser than him do this? Some Muslims argue that this ayah is directed towards Christians, so it doesn't apply to them. However, this is wrong, because whether this ayah is directed towards Muslims or non-Muslims, the fact will remain the same, that Isa alayhi salam cannot bring us harm or benefit. There are others who say these ayahs are for idols. However, again, this is clearly wrong, because this ayah is for Isa alayhi salam, because the previous ayahs were talking about Isa alayhi salam. So this ayah is not referring to idols. But to make it more clear, we can look at some tafsir, inshallah. Imam al-Qurtubi rahimullah, who died almost 800 years ago, states concerning this ayah, say to the Christians who worship Jesus, why do you worship one لا يملك لكم شر ولا نفع, who does not possess any harm or benefit to you? He mentions again several times in his tafsir for this ayah that this ayah is referring to Isa alayhi salam, and that Isa alayhi salam cannot bring us harm and benefit. So this is undeniable, clear evidence that prophets and saints cannot help us, and neither have they got the ability to bring us harm or benefit. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that has got this ability. We should always make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We need to be sincere in our religion. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to the right path.